Hi, Steve.
Scott.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys really seem to find the game, especially after they had scored. Before then, we saw you guys a little bit more on the front foot once you were able to get possession of the ball. But once they scored, it seemed to be your game. What changed?
Thanks for waiting, everybody. You would be waiting in traffic anyway, so. I'm not sure I 100% agree with you. I think we had things under control, even though they did score. Those type of plays, set piece, penalty, not penalty, I don't know. Referees are better at doing their jobs than I am, so we'll leave it up to them. It's just one of those plays. But I think before that too, our team played in the right way in the areas we felt and we chose as a coaching staff to hurt Club America or to control and contain Club America, which is an excellent team. So a lot of the things that we wanted to see tonight, I saw from minute one. So I was quite happy. They only had one play I can recall where we were defensively a little disorganized and undisciplined with our manner and the way we wanted to play. Other than that, I was very pleased in how we had control of the game and control of the opponent, and that is not easy against this team. And yeah, of course, you come alive a little bit when you're down, and there's a lot on the line. But our response was incredible, physically, tactically, and mentally. And I think from what we can change as coaches, how we sub in, the moments you sub in, I think that was also very important to change the momentum and trajectory of the game, to help our team. And so I couldn't be prouder of the coaching staff. I couldn't be prouder of the preparation during the week. And of course, the players for pushing this over the finish line.
Felipe, go ahead.
Right over here. Mm-hmm. Felipe Cárdenas with The Athletic. I don't know if it was out of character, but you sprint into the corner flag with the rest of the bench after Bouanga's winner. I had to remind myself that it wasn't a golden goal, but there was still time left. Can you just describe that feeling of euphoria for yourself and for the entire team?
Yeah, I think if I'm honest, we have taken this team very, very far in a lot of tournaments and have shown up in, I think it's like maybe 6, 7 final moments, 8. I don't know. I stopped counting. We've come up with some wins and some losses, and I tend to hear all of the losses and not the wins, and all of the great moments of this team and what this club has done over the last 3.5 years. And so it's just exactly what you saw. It's just raw emotion. It's me wanting to celebrate with our players and our fans because they deserve it and we deserve it. And it's kind of a culmination of 3.5 years of hard work and dedication that just kind of explodes in that moment. And I don't know if it's intuition, but I felt very comfortable after that. There's no chance in hell we're losing that game.
Josh, go ahead.
Steve, 2 for me, but simple one. How fun was that for you?
Yeah, it was personally very gratifying. This was probably the most gratifying moment personally since I've been at LAFC. Maybe the first one with Las Vegas Lights is up there with this, but because that was almost more difficult. But very personally very gratifying, and I couldn't be prouder again of the team, the unit we've built, and the coaching staff. And these guys are really, really top notch, and the preparation for this match and this week was amazing.
And please, on Denis, immense performance tonight. I mean, we come to expect it. We see it. It's almost like it's normal, but it doesn't seem normal if you think about what he did. Just reflect on his performance and what he means to you and this team.
Well, I think what is hard to know just watching the games, you need to see Denis day in and day out. Denis is a competitor, loves to win, loves to compete, thrives on duels, thrives on moments that he creates, but also is a team player. He's just as happy when we win games and others score. But he is so talented and he is so dangerous. We obviously try to get him a little more involved than other players. And his competitiveness, I think, gets a little underrated. And I think just he's a true competitor and doesn't stop and is absolutely livid with me when I take him off the field. He hates it when training is over. He wants to keep going. But there is some room for improvement there that I do tell Denis weekly. But I'll keep that between us.
Katya?
Hey, Steve, congratulations. Same. Two questions. The first one, just what does this moment mean in the club's short history and being able to play in a Club World Cup?
Yeah, I think first and foremost for us as a group, this is just massive for our confidence and our journey this season, this particular group. We've had some very convincing performances already this season, at home against Columbus in the Champions Cup, Miami as well, Seattle not too long ago. Early on in the season, also very, very good performances. But this was a little bit of everything. And I think this, probably is the best performance of the season, even though there were mistakes made. But I think to be able to go down and to come back and to score and to always be dangerous and to manage the game we did, it all at the same time not allowing very many chances from Club America, which is statistically the best team in our region over the past couple of years. So it means to us as a group, first and foremost, the players, the coaches, an enormous amount of togetherness. And then as a club, I think it puts you above and beyond many, many other clubs in the MLS. I think it puts you at a different level. And it is also a help for the entire league of putting the league on the map at the Club World Cup with one more team. And I think it's an important night for everybody involved in our sport in this country and more specifically in this league.
Jim, go ahead.
I had a follow-up, sorry. Talking about Hugo and Olivier, of course, in their careers, they've had huge moments. Can you just talk on their leadership and what they've meant for the team? We saw their impact on the field tonight as well. And they kept on saying just how important was it to seize the moment. Hugo said he never even thought he would have a shot at this when he signed for LAFC.
Yeah, carpe diem, right? It's exactly that. This was an opportunity that showed up in our lives 3 weeks ago. None of us thought we'd get a second crack at this. So the same for Club America. And both teams gave it their all. This was a little bit of redemption for the Champions Cup or Champions League, I think it was called then, loss against Club Leon. So we took great advantage of the second chance. And yeah, those guys are leaders in the locker room, on the field. They lead by example, both again tonight with the performances. Hugo, in the locker room, when nobody wants to speak, he speaks. And at the right moments with the right content, and has seen many, many, many games and teams and locker rooms and just finds the right words at the right moment. And he is very important for our group. Very important.
Jim.
This may be a little off the wall, so bear with me. But, a few days ago, Carlos announced his retirement. Tonight, Denis scoring that goal. Was that kind of a torch-passing moment, maybe? Well,
He announced his retirement a couple of days ago, but effectively he stopped playing last season. So I think the torch was passed a little earlier. But we have nothing but great things and positive memories with Carlos, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him around the club more often. Was a great player, incredible player. But I really enjoyed his personality and character around the locker room and around the clubhouse, and we miss him.
Justin, we've got 3 more questions.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations. Justin with MLSsoccer.com. You've often spoken about the challenges for MLS teams facing internationally, but especially Liga MX teams. What does this game kind of say, not only with the ability of MLS to compete with these teams, but to find these wins against a giant like America in such a huge game?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think it puts first and foremost us as a team and club on a pedestal, but also it helps the league. And we are doing good work. We are I think maximizing the dollars we get to spend. we maximize and stretch every single dollar to try to compete with the best in our region. And now we get to compete with the best of the world. But it is not always going to work like that. You do need to stay competitive financially as well. I think if you look at the EPL, if you look at the European leagues, it's no secret why they are the best teams in the world. And so there is an element where we cannot just close our eyes and say, oh, now we're there, and let's stop investing. It needs to be continued to being pushed forward, also financially. And the league has been in a great spot and has worked in a manner that has always pushed this forward. And I'm fully confident that will continue to happen.
Over here, Steve. We were in this room after you guys won the U.S. Open Cup, and I think someone asked you, have you heard if your guys are going to be playing in the FIFA Club World Cup? And at the time you said, if that opportunity comes, we'd love it. Unlike some of the other teams that qualified, if their past histories, you 3 weeks ago, had the chance to earn it here on the field. Is it more satisfying to do that? Is it more satisfying to slay a Liga MX giant, after the CONCACAF final at Club Leon a couple years ago? And then are you looking forward to seeing how your team measures up, as you just said, against the best clubs in the world?
Absolutely, 100%. This feels amazing. And there's no better way to qualify for a tournament than winning games. I mean, that is, I think, the best way to deal with situations like this. When the idea was presented, we all kind of shrugged, but after seeing and living through that tonight, what a great idea. And I think both teams fought extremely hard for it. And I'm just really happy we came out on top.
Yeah. How's Portuguese, coach?
Not good.
Celso Oliveira, Territorial MLS. But I'm asking, of course, about Igor Jesus. He gets the equalizer. Would you ever thought he would be this impactful for your team? And talk about the decision of letting Igor Sanchez go to get him in there and give him that big role for your team.
Well, I think the mechanisms of our league, everybody in this room knows or is familiar with. I think the best example of being a successful team, winning, and then trying to turn around the next season is down the street in the city. That's really hard to do. But I think you can see LAFC's success over the past 4 years now has been very consistent, although we have had less tools to work with. And part of that decision-making is letting players like Igor Sanchez go, but being very good and being prepared for what else is out there. And with your roster building, your scouting, your management, your negotiating, but also then essentially then your coaching staff getting players on board and trying to find players that fit our model, but also tweaking the model a little bit to fit players. And I think we've done that with Igor. And for such a young man, he plays in a very mature manner and has been incredible for us. We can't take him off the field, nor do we want to. I'm really excited about his future. I think he can still get a lot better. Unfortunately, the players have a coach who sees a lot of flaws first, and then the good stuff second. And I have learned now to speak more about the good stuff than the bad stuff. But Igor can still get a lot better. And we're going to get him there. I'm fully confident of that.
I got time for 2 more questions. Go ahead.
Steve, congratulations for the victory. How did you guys manage to hold America to one score in 120 minutes? They scored only once in the last 300, counting the Mexican final. There was a blueprint for you guys, what you saw from Toluca against America last week?
No. We don't play like Toluca, and if I tried to do that, it wouldn't work. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to change the way you play in a matter of a couple of days, and then turn around tomorrow, and now we have MLS. So you try to find solutions within the framework, what you've already built, and the foundation you already have. And yes, we obviously scout America. We watch Liga MX anyway because it's exciting, it's a great league, and it's interesting to us. They play differently there. What Andre has done with Club America over the past couple of years to be successful in the MX is pretty impressive. And their way of playing and their discipline, they're tricky, they're dangerous, and they don't concede very many goals. And for us to create many moments that were dangerous, and I'm not saying we created always clear chances, but we had a lot of moments that were dangerous. That is very difficult to do against this team, and I don't think many teams have achieved that against Copa America. And yeah, I think it's our match plan, and the application of that from the players was nearly perfect tonight, and that's why we didn't see very many actions from them in front of goal. Forgive me for not telling you what our secret is.
Congratulations, coach. Next opponent, Chelsea and Flamengo is big opponent. Do you have any particular emotion about the two teams?
Our next opponent is Kansas City. So that's where my head is. I haven't really thought about the Club World Cup yet and our opponents, but us as a staff, we are, we all work together and we rotate and we will be prepared as we possibly can be, and we will come up with a plan that can work. But I don't think it's any secret or in this room to say, for us to beat those teams, we need to play perfectly. We needed to play near perfectly tonight. We didn't, but I think we were pretty close, and that's why we won. So it would take a similar effort, performance, and match plan against Chelsea, but we'll deal with it in a couple of weeks.
Just what you guys did defensively. They had, one touch in your box in the first half. They struggled to penetrate. The chances that they did get weren't great chances for the most part. Just what were the elements of what you guys did defensively?
I think tactically we were set up very well today. I think it was a disciplined group. And in a game that has stakes that high, and it's so loud, it's hard to really organize or talk to each other. You have to kind of revert back to the basics and the things that we train. And I think the guys did so well tonight in doing their job and performing at the highest level and having 11, 12, 13, 15 good performances on the night. So it's just a great night for us.
And to rise up on this occasion and have this performance and just everything it means. I mean, just you talk a little bit about the joy of this.
Yeah, it's huge, man. And I spoke to this a little bit earlier when someone else asked me, but the amount of time and effort and energy and money that the ownership group has put into this and the front office has put into this club to make this team what it is, to try to push the league forward. They deserve it. We deserve it as players. Like, it's a great night, and we really wanted it. So to come out here tonight and get it done against a fantastic team that we played against, it's huge. And we know how big of an opportunity it was, and to seize it as a group, it feels like we won a final. It's great. Yeah, thank you.
Feels like a final. What does it mean for MLS to be able to not only compete with these Liga MX but to find wins in a major game?
Yeah, it's huge. I hope it pushes the league forward. We know that we were representing more than our club tonight. We were representing our league. And like I said, our ownership has done such a good job. Our front office has done such a good job pushing to win every year and to make our roster strong every year. So that if something like this were to come up out of the blue, it's fantastic, and we feel ready and we feel confident in ourselves and in our guys. So to come away with a win tonight is amazing. And this team that we played against is fantastic, and they win all the time. They just went to a final themselves. So yeah, it's a huge win.
One of the best atmospheres I think we've ever seen in this stadium. What did you make of both sets of fans, but especially?
Yeah, their fans were great. Our fans were incredible, as always. The black smoke in the beginning kind of set the tone. But yeah, it was hard to talk to each other out on the field. It was so loud tonight. So I think my voice has gone a little bit from screaming. But yeah, what an atmosphere! These are the games that you live to play in as a player.
Hard to breathe the first 3 or 4 minutes too.
Yeah, I thought the refs were going to stop the game. All that smoke. It was cool though, man.
Last one for me is what goes through your mind when you think of mounting the captain's armband against a team like Chelsea?
It's a big task. We got a lot of video to do. We have a lot of games until then. Let's take it one game at a time and see if we can get out of the group, man. It's going to be fun.
Enhorabuena por la victoria, por la plaza mundial de clubes. ¿Cómo dimensionar lo que han logrado y sobre todo cómo lo lograron?
Como decía antes, no sabemos ganar partidos normales en este club. Siempre tienen que ser con esa épica al final. La final de MLS Cup aquí fue una locura. Muchas finales, la de Open Cup el año pasado también fue igual. Así que, bueno, hemos tenido la mala suerte muchas veces de perder a finales o de tener partidos importantes y no saber finalizarlos. Y hoy yo creo que el fútbol nos debía una y hoy ha salido cara. Creo que lo hemos merecido en el cómputo global. Ellos no han tenido tampoco demasiadas ocasiones. Nosotros hemos generado un poquito más. Cuando ha salido Giroud nos ha dado mucho. Hemos empezado a centrar al área, ganaba todas. El portero ha hecho grandes atajadas. Entonces creo que lo merecíamos y la verdad el club y la afición lo merecía hoy.
En el aspecto cancha, ¿dónde crees que ustedes hicieron bien las cosas para tener éxito esta noche?
Creo que América es un equipo con mucho talento, tiene muchos jugadores que al final te pueden crear muchos momentos de peligrosidad, sobre todo cuando empiezan a combinar por dentro, Fidalgo, Cendejas, Brian, empiezan a combinar por dentro, esos toques pequeños se te meten en el área. Hemos hecho muy bien lo de cerrar por dentro, les hemos dejado que vayan por fuera y ahí entre Ryan y yo y los extremos que han hecho un gran trabajo, hemos intentado lidiar con ellos, dejar que centren y en el área pues ser fuertes, les hemos tapado muy bien dentro y luego con balón muchas veces hemos tenido paciencia, les hemos movido de un lado a otro, nos hemos movido muy bien y hemos podido generar nuestras transiciones también, que es donde somos buenos y bueno, ha sido un partido muy interesante el otro.
Lo último de mi parte, cuando entras al campo y empiezas a ver la guerra de barras, daba la impresión de que era un partido distinto, ¿no? Sí. ¿Cómo sintieron ustedes la atmósfera y sobre todo al momento del empate, ¿no? Háblame del momento, ¿no? Y la atmósfera.
Brutal. Cuando vi minuto 5 de partido, nuestra afición con el humo negro, su afición con el humo amarillo, rojo, esa batalla así, ha sido precioso. La verdad que eso no tiene precio como jugador. Vivir estos momentos es un sueño para todos. Yo personalmente amo lo que hago, amo este deporte y ser protagonista en partidos así es una locura. La verdad es muy emocionante y emocionante ver que nuestra afición, a pesar de que en Estados Unidos pues quizás no tenemos esa fama de tener las aficiones grandes, pero hemos demostrado que la nuestra está a la altura de las mejores de México.
Sergi, ahora hablemos del grupo que les toca en el Mundial de Clubes, Chelsea, Flamengo y Esperanza de Túnez. ¿Qué podemos hablar sobre esos rivales?
Pues nada, a disfrutar, a vivir la experiencia. Yo cuando jugué en Francia tuve la suerte de jugar un par de veces contra París, Saint-Germain, contra Marsella, Lyon. Son partidos que preparas diferente, que vives diferente, que te enfrentas, la motivación es brutal. Bueno, nosotros vamos a llegar en un momento de temporada espectacular, con motivación. Ellos yo creo van a llegar medio después de vacaciones, medio relajados. Supongo que se tomarán en serio, evidentemente, esta competición, pero esperemos a ver si les podemos sorprender un poquito ahí. Tengo un gran amigo ahí, Cucurella, con el que he estado toda la vida en el Barça, así que con muchas ganas de reencontrarlo también y de a ver si les podemos dar un susto.
Te robo un segundo por acá. Ahora que les toca un grupo importante, ya están preparados, me imagino que hay que darle la vuelta a este torneo, a este último partido, único partido. Ahora se viene lo bueno.
Sí, evidentemente. En el fútbol, pues, segundas oportunidades hay pocas. Hoy nos han dado una después de perder la final contra León. Hemos tenido hoy como otra final de Champions con CACAF. La hemos ganado, una segunda oportunidad que hemos aprovechado y ahora pues a disfrutar, a prepararla de la mejor manera, con una ilusión tremenda, a divertirnos, a aprender, a mejorar y a ver dónde está, a ver qué tan grandes son las diferencias. Está claro que las hay, pero también está claro que nosotros vamos a competir con corazón, con toda la garra que hemos mostrado hoy y va a ser una experiencia brutal para el club.
La MLS ha crecido ya el fútbol mexicano ya no era el de antes, ya ha crecido la MLS por muchos pasos.
Sí, sin duda, al final se ve, pones a los dos mejores, más o menos, los dos mejores equipos de una categoría a otra y ves partidos igualados, puede llevar uno un día, otro, son partidos igualados. Yo creo que se ha visto un partido parejo, un partido en el que nosotros, pues a pesar de que la MLS pues tiene esa limitación en cuanto a salarios, en cuanto a formación de plantilla, pero también tenemos nuestras armas y nuestra capacidad de competir contra estos grandes equipos.
Sergi, what were the chief elements to just keeping Club America from getting into your box, let alone making much out of any chances they had?
I think we prepared really well the game today. They are a team that they are super good when they combine in these little spaces around the box. So today the game plan was be very narrow, don't allow them to play inside, leave them play outside, and then Ryan and I and the wingers that they did an incredible job. We take care of the guys on the flanks, but don't let them come inside, combine. I think we did it really well, and then we intercept a lot of balls inside to have transitions with Denis and Nathan in a really good spots. Then with Oli Giroud, he came. We could cross him the ball. He's taller than their center backs. So yeah, a lot of things, but these games are about details, are about corner kick, about set pieces. Is so difficult to control this kind of opponents, but today we did it really well.
Is he Igor Jesus?
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. The maturity of how he faced these kind of games, the challenge, how young he is. He just came here to US alone. Now he has his kid and his wife here, but he came alone at first, adapt here at this speed. It's amazing. This guy is unbelievable. He did an incredible job, not even with the goal, with everything, and we are so happy for him. We hope he can stay here a lot of years.
Lo que representa haber marcado el gol en ese momento para el equipo.
É um momento muito especial para mim, para minha família e principalmente para o clube. Então, agora é pensar um dia de cada vez, trabalhar e para chegar da melhor forma possível na disputa.
Va a tocar enfrentar a Flamengo viniendo de Botafogo, linda rivalidad.
Ah, sim, claro. Tive um momento com o Flamengo passado, é um time muito... Eu tenho um carinho enorme, mas vamos trabalhar e fazer o melhor.
¿Qué representó esta victoria para la organización en sí?
Ah, uma oportunidade muito grande e graças a Deus podemos aproveitar da melhor forma possível e conseguir a classificação.
Sí, la victoria estaba muy grande y estaba difícil y peleamos y ganamos la victoria.
¿Cómo sentiste el ambiente? Vimos al principio con el humo de Black and Gold, con el humo de la América. ¿Cómo sentiste el ambiente en el partido?
Estaba una experiencia. Yo me gustaría eso y es como... It just makes it more intense, no sé cómo decir, pero es muy bien. Y I like playing in those conditions. That's it.
C'est mettre des mots sur ce que vous avez fait ce soir.
Il n'y a pas de mots. Voilà, on se fait mener au score 1-0. Tout le monde pensait qu'on allait perdre et au final on revient au score dans la dernière minute. Il nous rajoute 30 minutes et au final on gagne ce match, donc c'est indescriptible.
It's hard to describe. There is no word like they score first, we come back at the end of the game, last minute. They had 30 minutes of game and scored that goal. So yeah, it's indescribable. It's hard to describe for sure.
What can you tell us about your goal? What it meant for the team to qualify to the Club World Cup?
C'est un but qui met en avant Los Angeles, parce que sans ce but-là, sans les personnes qui travaillent pour le club, j'aurais peut-être pas mis ce but-là. Donc voilà, j'avais une rage, j'avais tellement envie de qualifier mon équipe et qu'on y aille tout simplement.
It's a goal that put Los Angeles, that put the club in the front stage, the world front stage. I had this rage in me, I wanted that, and it's great.
How did you see it? The ball ends up on Giroud's foot, and all of a sudden you're just racing in on it.
Comment tu tu l'as vu, la balle elle a rebondi un peu sur Giroud, c'est dedans, t'es déjà en train de courir.
Alors comme je l'ai dit, je lui ai parlé. Voilà, je lui ai parlé parce que d'habitude il l'a dévié en arrière, mais là il l'a dévié devant. Donc et au bout d'un moment, voilà, comme on se comprend parfaitement sur le terrain. Je lui ai dit laisse et j'ai essayé de frapper le plus fort possible et au final c'est rentré. Oui, c'est magnifique pour moi et c'est magnifique pour tout le monde.
Yeah. Right before I told him like let, so he put it back to me and after everything happened.
And the emotion when that ball goes in the net, what was that like for you?
J'avais les frissons dans tout mon corps, voilà, le fait d'avoir fait ma célébration et de voir mon fils et ma famille assez contents et lâcher des larmes. Donc j'ai tout lâché et donc du coup ça m'a fait tellement de bien.
I got goosebumps, tears to see my family, my kids being so happy, goosebumps all over the body and some tears.
And smothered by your teammates.
Yes. Merci.
You said before the game this was bigger than an MLS Cup final. Is this the biggest goal you've ever scored for LAFC?
Je pense que c'est le but le plus important. Et comme je l'ai dit, voilà, c'est plus grand qu'une finale de MLS. Ça t'emmène dans un mondial que tu n'es pas censé faire. Donc oui, je pense que ce but vaut de l'or, on va dire.
Yeah, I think it's the most important. It brings us to a stage or to a competition we were not scheduled to do. So it's definitely the most important.
The goal, the action with Frankie, Olivier. Is that just a thing that happens, or is that something on the training ground that comes? How did that happen?
La réaction est tout à fait normale, voilà, je pense, parce que on a tellement galéré dans ce match-là, on est passé par des hauts et par des bas. Ce penalty, je pense, qui est un peu injuste. Voilà, on a réussi à revenir au score dans les derniers moments pour arracher une prolongation, et ce but-là vient au bon moment. Donc, pour moi, les réactions sont tout à fait normales, et voilà, je suis très heureux d'avoir marqué ce but et d'avoir délivré un peu l'équipe.
Il te demande aussi si vous vous entraînez à faire ce jeu à 3 avec ces passes en arrière, comme ça que vous avez.
Non, c'est plus le feeling, voilà. On se comprend un peu plus à chaque entraînement, donc c'est assez facile de jouer avec plusieurs joueurs sur le terrain, surtout à LAFC. Donc on a une philosophie qui fait qu'on est très bons tous ensemble.
It's more intuitive, like we play together. That's the philosophy kind of the games that we have as a team. Like we find each other.
Dennis, you guys had a slow start to the season. You guys are gelling at the right times. What did it mean to you to advance to the Club World Cup with Cherundolo?
C'est comme une pourquoi je vais.
Oui.
C'est un très bon feeling que j'ai. Voilà, après une bonne victoire contre Club Américain, une très bonne équipe de Club Américain. Voilà, je pense que ce soir, la meilleure équipe a mérité d'y aller, et voilà, je suis très content.